Good morning, everyone. Let's have a look at Bitcoin. Starting on the 4-hourly, bright and early. Let's see what's going to happen today. So, long story short, the most concerning thing, not that I'm concerned at all, but I suppose the negative thing that we're looking at right now is the overheated read on the MFI. So we've got big overheated read here, but not too bad. Continuation over here to 96 towards 98 basically. So it's quite hot, let's face it, it's quite hot. And generally when you get overheated reads like that, you do want to cool down. So we had one here, then we had the bearish divergence and sort of cooled off. Again, this is just a 4-hourly overheated read over here. Okay, cool. Bit of bearish divergence, cooled off. Yeah, it's just standard really. Overheated read, cooled off immediately. And at the moment, we've got massive overheated reads. I'm not suggesting that we sort of die or anything here. 117 at this point really is probably the most obvious place for it to pull back into, and that's only 2.5%. Worst case scenario, we retest the golden cross, which is 5%, or maybe 5.5% to the incoming golden cross on the simple moving averages. That's all really. That's all. It's only 5 to 5.5% at its big last target. Let's just think about what we've done so far. It's been a 10-11% move from the top to from the bottom to the top, and the bottom was basically handed to us on the 21 exponential as it was the previous time here. Bang. The itchy cloud's still in play, nothing changed there, so as far as the overall trend is concerned, it's fine, it's in play. Cheeky spread above price, positive cross above the cloud, price action above the cloud. So we're basically having a nice time on the weekly still, but horizontal is also resistance. This is a weekly resistance. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and this will be the 7th time we've tried it. The difference this time though is that this 7th time that we're trying it, we've got a single drive of bullish divergence, no bearish divergence on the money flow index either, nor is it an overheated read, which relative to where it was before on the money flow index. So we're not overheated, we're not bearish divergence, we're actually trending with the trend signal still, and the money flow index sits at a comfortable 61. Momentum and money flow moving up as well. So I think at this stage it's way more likely that this breaks. But because it's a weekly, does it break this week? Does it break next week? Does it break soon? The moment you finish watching this video? Or, I don't know. But the evidence here, or the chances are, is that it will break. But we are talking on a weekly here. So there you go. Bitcoin looking like it wants to keep going. Ethereum then. So Ethereum hasn't broken out properly from money flow and momentum, but it probably will be considered a breakout if we close here or higher next week. Yeah, well, the end of this week, so Monday morning. Yesterday, broke above the 20 moving average, which is good. We've got no pump, no trend, no nothing like that. It was sort of just meandering, but we have broken out of the 20 moving average and this very small consolidation trend line. It's only right for it to retest that area, so we could be looking for 4,300 to be pushed into today. And there's a daily support down there. If we look over to the 4-hourly, you've got incoming golden cross, which comes in around the 4,300. Also the Bollinger Band being your 20 and your 21 exponential all sitting there. You've got a pump signal that was generated at the price of 4,378. That's still in play. That's fine. So I'm looking again for a retest of slightly lower on Ethereum, which was about 4.5% to that sort of pullback area. XRP is pulling back now, dramatic effect, but still bullish chart. Let's face it, this looks good. So you had quite a fair bit of hidden bearish divergence over here, not overheated on the money flow. And again, it's only a 4-hourly. The most appropriate place is that area that we were looking to see a rejection from, but we didn't. We broke through, so now you're looking for a support, and that's around about $2.93, 94 ish kind of area. That's just based on your 4-hourly setups. Move over to the daily, you got that area also, $2.94, which is your center Bollinger Band 50, your 10, your 21, and an incoming 7 moving average as well. So big area of support around there. We already saw that supported yesterday, and then sort of moved from that area. So we're looking for, if anything, you're going to pull back into there today. And if you wanted to try a position on it, that's where you'd try it from. So, long story short, things look good. If they pull back a little bit, that's fine. That's to be expected. I wouldn't worry too much. XRP only coming down maybe by another 2 to 3%, really. So, yeah, long story short, we've had a nice little run now. It's been a nice start to the month. Now we're looking for a little pullback, which is also perfectly fine. I'm sure you've noticed that price action goes up and down and up. And today's probably going to be one of those down days initially. If we find support earlier on in the day, you should find a response to that. And continuation to new highs. We've got Dixie just very briefly. So Dixie might be turning up at this stage now. It might be. So we've reclaimed Bollinger Bands and all of that on the daily. The 4 hourly actually looks reasonably cheeky in its own way because it's got incoming golden crosses on exponentials. You've actually confirmed one on simples. So you might be looking for the dollar to rise on this occasion. Maybe just a little higher, but if you move over to the weekly, you can still see vicious rejections on the 21 and the 20 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and possibly 6 with hidden bearish divergence. So again, the weekly time frames, and again, all these death crosses, the weekly time frames do hint to the concept that this trend line, which has been here for about 14 years, this trend line might actually break this time. And if it does, then I can absolutely foresee a parabolic run on everything, really. Market tops for everything. Crypto, Bitcoin, crypto, the lot. Gold, silver, the lot. Stocks, indices, the lot. And then enter into a period of bear market shortly after. So that's what it would be, in my opinion, when you see a breakdown to these lower zones, because the dollar it's just going to be desperate to be bought back up. You just want to buy the dollar or cash out, really, into dollars. That's all I'm saying. But that's my plan. It doesn't necessarily need to be your plan. At the moment, we haven't even broken it, so we're just trying to imagine what things are going to look like in the future if this weekly continues to behave this way. But at the moment, the 4 hourly and the daily are giving us some kind of signal that we might rise a little bit. So if we do rise, you might see yourself move towards 99, I reckon, before a rejection on the weekly. Because the weekly is still the bearish chart. The 4 hourly and the daily, they will offer some move up, but still big resistances and, well, big downtrends present on the Dixie there. So, yeah, just be prepared for a little move up and then a chaotic move down. If it doesn't break down from this area, we'll be looking for something like this, which again is between January 2021 and May, June, really. And this was alt season as well. Alt season in the form of a dollar uptrend goes against what a lot of people generally think, and then continuation of the crypto bull market as well, right up until the end of this year where the bear market kicked in 2022. So it can rise with all assets, crypto and commodities, and it can rise with everything. But then there's a tipping point where you go, okay, so it's reclaimed and now it's gone bullish. Let's consider this an uptrend. Let's now move into those dollars. So not right this very moment, we're not quite there yet. But over the next few weeks, probably a couple of months, if we do continue to reverse this trend and they'll see signs of trend reversal, then yeah, it would be very similar to this, and that's what I'd imagine take place again over the next few years. Right, that is it. I'll leave it with you there. Thanks for watching. Feel free to join the Patreon. Click on all the links below. Take it easy.